Donald Trump has just attacked Europe in probably the harshest way we've ever seen, saying that Europe is quote unquote weak, decaying, and destroying itself through migration. And he doesn't stop there, going further, even attacking Ukraine and Zelensky himself. This all happened during an interview with Politico, in which the transcript is now online. I actually suggest you sit down and read it because he says a lot of stuff. In it, he describes European cities in racial terms. He claimed countries like France and the UK may no longer be viable and targeted London's mayor with personal attacks. He then praised leaders like Viktor Orban, yes, who we all say is a Russian puppet, and defended backing nationalist parties inside of Europe. This, by the way, is something that other world leaders are saying, hey, that is interfering with European politics and you're not supposed to be doing that. This came after the White House had released that brand new national security strategy, something in which European leaders say, this is very far right, and there's a lot of things inside of it that are unacceptable. But here is where Ukraine gets into the picture. Trump had kind of hinted that he could walk away from supporting Ukraine altogether. Remember that the United States is not really giving anything to Ukraine in terms of weapons. Everything's done through NATO, so the US isn't really doing anything. At least Trump is not, because we just saw Congress approve some kind of funding for Ukraine, which would buy weapons for them. It's only $400 million, it's not that much, but it's something. But in the interview, he pushed President Zelensky to essentially accept the deal that forces Ukraine to surrender territory to Russia, claiming that Moscow has the upper hand. Let's remember that since 2022, Russia's only gotten 45 kilometers. That's not a lot, and they've lost over 1 million men in casualties. Those are not good numbers. Reports are stating that his envoy wants Zelensky to give an answer whether or not he'll accept it within a few days, but he really wants a deal done by Christmas, which is extremely unlikely because the Russians refuse to negotiate. Something that Zelensky's own team kind of showed you. Look, the U.S. had made 6 peace proposals. Ukraine accepted all of them. Russia didn't accept a single one. And yes, this includes the latest one. Russia is not accepting it. Yet, for some reason, Trump is trying to pressure Ukraine into accepting a deal which not only leaves Ukraine vulnerable from attacks from Russia, but also Europe. At the same time, he doesn't know other cities outside of Kyiv. He is misrepresenting facts. But the most important thing here is that from everything that he's saying, it clearly shows that he doesn't understand the stakes that are currently there when it comes to this war. That aside, European leaders are sounding the alarm, because if this deal goes through at this very moment, the world will have a bigger problem.